Last week on the Clone Wars Reviews, we looked at the Malevolence Trilogy and Rookies, and this week we're looking at Downfall of a Droid, Duel of the Droids. I do that every week.
That was good.
Oh,
the
thanks.
soundtrack for these episodes was really weird.
I actually put in caps lock on my notes.
So
The music throughout, both weird.
Yeah.
I've got wacky music in my notes.
So bizarre.
It was weird. It was a style that doesn't suit Star Wars, wasn't it?
No.
But then I appreciate that again, because this is like, what, 12 years old now? They were obviously just trying new tracks and trying new things and working out what sort of tracks would work for the series.
Yes.
So I'm not going to harp on it too much. It's not a negative for me, but it was jarring, particularly in the opening battle, which was very good otherwise. I really love that the plan was to attach walkers to the asteroids and then they reveal them and then destroy Grievous' ship.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I also really liked that it started off with that battle, but Grievous is incidental to the plot of that episode. He gets away, and then it becomes about, R2-D2's gone missing, and it's actually, I thought it nails the character of Anakin Skywalker so hard, because you see the problem with him has always been he cares too much, doesn't he? And he's willing to do anything to save people.
Child, though. He's actually just a whiny child, is Anakin Skywalker.
But it's because he
No,
cares.
because he cares so much. Like, I think that's what was so good about this episode. Like you said, it was like, he cares so much about R2 that he doesn't even like accept R3. Like he doesn't even like give him the time of day.
Yes.
Like, he's like, ugh. Like he doesn't even treat it like another droid almost. Do you know what I mean? He's like, no, that's mine. I can't. And that's the ultimate problem with Anakin, isn't it?
Yes,
really.
Is he cares what he cares about, and then he is almost venomous with everything outside that bubble, and anything that could possibly hurt the people he loves. Because
He's loyal to his
R3,
detriment, isn't he?
yeah, because R3 represents, we're not going to find R2, we're going to replace him with this guy. That's why he hates him.
Exactly, yeah.
I did think it kind of. The only thing that was a bit of a missed opportunity is we were exploring all that. That was really interesting. I loved that Obi-Wan was being portrayed as a bit of a dick, and you see why Anakin gets frustrated with the rules of the Jedi because he wants to save R2, and Obi-Wan's just like, well, he's just a droid. It's like he's not just a droid. He's a being with feelings, and Anakin understands that. But I feel like it was a bit of a missed opportunity to set up all of that and then have R3 turn out to be evil, because I thought what they were setting up was Anakin needs to learn not to pick and choose what lives are important, and he's going to learn that actually R3 is just as much of a being that deserves to be saved as R2. And I thought they were setting that up for a really nice arc, and then it ended up being, oh no, R3's evil, so you won't feel bad about him getting destroyed at the end of the episode. At the end of the second episode, obviously.
Yes, I see what you mean.
I agree with that. I think that's a good misfire, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it at the time.
But
I tell you what I did like was, I like that he was struggling to fly without R2, because it was, I think I said to you when we was watching it, I was like, it made me think, well, he's such a good pilot, but also how much of that is R2? Because also Luke rides with R2, doesn't he? So it's like, how much of their flying abilities is also down to how good R2 is with collaborating with them.
That's true, yeah. And it speaks to how droids are just left by the wayside in the universe, because R2 never gets brought up when talking about the Death Star being destroyed or all these different heroic acts. But he was there, and he was integral to those things.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. I never thought of it like that. But it's true, isn't it? Because he's actually screwing up when he's flying in the episode, isn't he, with R3? Yeah, it's interesting.
Seems like he's a good luck charm, almost.
Yeah.
R2.
But it does give us the whole R3 being evil. It gives us a great opportunity for a cute little droid battle.
No, it was fun.
Like.
I did like that, and I like that it was almost like they're throwing all their gadgets at each other, like electrify. Oh yeah, we're flying and stuff. Yeah, it was good.
Just to talk about it, because I like that we talk about it every episode. But it's kind of connected what you said with the droid thing with something that's addressed in Solo, which is like how the droids are kind of like oppressed.
Yes, yeah.
Which is another reason why it's underrated.
It is, because it's explored something that has not been touched on in live action Star Wars before, really. Like the Skywalker films don't do it, do they, really? No. The droids just get their memories wiped and we're just meant to go along with it. And, I thought it was nice, and I really, really liked in the second episode the Ahsoka v Grievous fight, because at this point she's still a Padawan, isn't she?
Yeah. So
there's no way she can take on Grievous, and eventually it goes from being a duel to being, I need to try and escape. Really enjoyed that.
And Dave Filoni, I have a bone to pick with you. It's like Ahsoka was so cool, like when she saved Anakin, and then she does this fucking dorky wink that just ruins everything. Sorry guys, I don't buy that it was done on purpose that she's annoying, because annoying is not a personality trait.
Really, you do it so well. Oh.
I don't have a comeback.
If this was a video podcast, you'd see how dead I am right now.
I had such passion for Ahsoka, and you just like stopped me in my tracks with that rec. I just have no response to you because I'm just thinking about Ahsoka.
Thinking about her, thinking about Ahsoka.
Didn't feel like pure shit. Just want her back.
Just want serious Ahsoka, not dorky, annoying Ahsoka back.
I like Goofy, but she's beyond Goofy.
Yes, the Sky Guy and all this sort of stuff
It's
is
to
grating.
her detriment, and the whole I did it on purpose. Like you're giving like Dave Filoni is fantastic.
We've been told, haven't we, by people watching the cut downs that he was purposely made her annoying so that you would like her later on. I haven't fact checked that yet. But a few people have said it.
I think the comments are coming after you, Terry.
I know. I'm really sorry. And also, I'd like to address the other comments that ask about chronological order. We're watching it as people would have watched it when it came out, as it was intended to.
Yeah,
watch.
I mean, we touched on this a little bit, didn't we, in an earlier episode? But I agree with you. It might make more sense to do it in the order that is on the Lucasfilm website or whatever, but that's not the order that they came out. And I do think it's important in any kind of media to watch as it came out, because, like, for example, episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is the 4th Star Wars film, and even though it is the first film chronologically, it is the 3rd sequel, and everything that George Lucas learnt making the original trilogy goes into episode 1. It is Star Wars 4 is episode 1, so it makes no sense in my mind to if I'd never seen Star Wars before, to watch that one first. I would watch that one fourth.
Yes.
And it's the exact same principle for me with this. Like, I want to see how they develop the characters. I want to see how the quality of the show, either goes up or down, or maybe stays the same. It's really only one of the three. But like, and you can't do that if you watch it in this chronological order, because then you're going to see some brilliant season 4 episode or whatever, and then go back down to season 1. And I want to see what season 1 is like as a package.
Yes.
And I think you guys feel the same.
Yes, absolutely.
That's our case, Your Honour, for watching it in release order.
I really like the way the IG units like move around. Like, I find them so terrifying. I don't know why. Like, there's something Terminator about them. Yeah. Like, the fact that they can like turn their bodies around, and like they've always got an eye on you. Like, there's something like that whole scene when like they're like flipping and jumping, and like from sometimes I was like, no, thank you, no. That's I just don't. Yeah, no, I'd never want to be in the Star Wars universe. As much as I love it, it just terrifies me. Everything.
Unless you've got force powers, you're pretty screwed in most situations.
Exactly, yeah. I'm always imagining that I don't, though.
It's like on Battlefront when you're just a stormtrooper, and then like Darth Vader comes in, and you're like, well, I'm dead.
You see the hero characters from across the map, and you're like, well, I'm going to go in the opposite direction.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed both of them, and I'm very excited for next week because I've read the premise. I've not seen it before, but it's apparently Jar Jar Binks gets mistaken for a Jedi.
I can't wait.
I think it's ballsy that they've tried to do Jar Jar episodes. I've never seen a Jar Jar episode. I've heard about them.
No, yeah, I can't wait.
And I wonder if they're going to develop him as a person. It'd be interesting. I'm very intrigued. I think it's going to be funny.
No, same. I can't wait. I haven't seen any further than this in Clone Wars as well, like when I first tried to watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was the...
You've seen other episodes later on, haven't you? But
Yes, I've seen obviously like a few...
The big boys.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so I'm intrigued to see some of these like weird episodes like this on.
Yeah, I have seen next week's episode, and I'm very excited for you to watch it. Very, very excited. Another controversial opinion from Terry, but I think Jar Jar Binks is a great character.
He's a great character.
I think he's so funny, and he's just what it needs, because they are. I don't care. Do you? But I just think like there are goofy people and goofy creatures, so there are going to be some that are just Jar Jar Binks, and
I agree with you. I think maybe we should unpack this a bit more next week when it's the Jar Jar special. But I do think his goofiness is part of the DNA of Star Wars, but I do think he turns it up to 11. Yeah, it goes to, and also I think what people didn't like about him is he's an all CGI character. I think really before they could pull it off, like he doesn't look ever like he's next to Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson, does he?
Even though it's still for the time, the CGI on that is actually amazing. Like, I watched the whole video before on him, and like when you really look at it, like for what they had then.
Oh yeah. But I think this always happens with movies, is that there's some incredible CGI, but it's sometimes the effects still aren't. They're a few years out of being like perfected. Do you know what I mean? It's like everyone that worked on Jar Jar Binks did an incredible job, but for 1999, I don't know if it was too soon for Jar Jar Binks. The world wasn't ready for Jar Jar Binks.
I just have a really soft spot for Jar Jar Binks. You know, just always have.